Now let's take another example, example number 2, on the previous definitions. So in this example, we have a diode with an internal resistance RD equal 10 ohms. Here, this is the internal resistance of the diode, 10 ohms. This is similar to the R forward or the forward resistance or on resistance when the diode is in the conduction mode. This is used for half wave rectification. If the applied voltage is 50 sine omega t, 50 is the maximum V max of the applied AC voltage, and the resistance of the load is 1000 ohms. Number 1, evaluate or find. Number 1, IM, maximum current. Number 2, DC, IDC, or the average current. Number 3, root mean square current. Number 2, we need also the AC input power provided by the supply and DC output power. Number 3, we need the DC output voltage or the average output voltage. Number 4, we need also the efficiency of rectification. So let's start. Number 1, we need I max. So I max, or the maximum value of current, as we learned in the previous lessons, it will be V max, the current. This is a waveform of current and voltage, right, with different values. For the current here, maximum value of the current will be maximum value of the voltage, V max, of the supply, which is 50, divided by the total resistance, RD plus RL. So it will be like this. I max will be V max RD plus RL, which will be 49.5 milliampere. 1, 2, and 3. So 49.5 milliampere. Okay, great. Second thing, which is I average. We need the average current. So I average, since we are talking about a pure resistive load, I average will be V average over R from what law? From Ohm's law. So what is the value of V average? Okay, of R. R here representing the total resistance, RD plus RL. Now the average value is V max over pi for the half wave rectifier. So it will be like this. IDC, which is the average, will be I max over pi, which is 49.5 over pi, which is 15.76 milliampere. This is similar to this one. Okay, you can see V max over pi, RD plus RL, V max over RD plus RL. This part is I max. So I max over pi is I average, similar to here. Okay. Number 3, we need also the root mean square current, IRMS, similar as getting average. It will be I max over 2, like this. I max over 2. So the same laws that we have used in order to get average voltage and average current, it is similar to it. However, the difference is that instead of using voltage, we use current. Okay, let's delete all of this. Number 2, AC input power. What does AC power emit? All the active power. Okay, here we are talking about AC power input, not the apparent power S, but the active power supplied by the supply. So the active power will be I root mean square multiplied by R total, the total resistance in the circuit. So it will be I RMS square RD plus RL, which will be like this. This is the current that we just obtained, square multiplied by the total resistance. So it will give us this amount of watt. Number 2, we need also the DC output power. And since we say DC output power, we are talking about average. So BDC will be I average square multiplied by, here we are talking about DC power out, power consumed across the resistor here, okay, not the whole circuit but only the resistance. So it will be I average square multiplied by RL, like this. So it will be the average value obtained square multiplied by RL gives us this value. So you can see here power of AC, power coming from the supply, active power 0.618 watt, and only of this value converted into DC is 0.248. Okay, so next one, DC output voltage. Okay, DC output voltage, what does this mean? V output average. So it will be V max over pi as we learned. It's very simple, right? Like this, it will be I DC, I average multiplied by RL, average current multiplied by RL, or as you can see here, it will be V max over pi, right, which is 50 divided by pi. Okay, so it will be V max over pi, 50 over pi. However, there is very important note here that you will see. V max over pi is the average voltage, right, of this signal, the output signal. However, remember, V max over pi, the average value, is obtained, we obtain this relation when the diode itself and the diode was equal to 0, short circuit. Okay, short circuit like this. So let's draw the waveform. It was like this. During the positive, it will be like this, 0, then positive. And the maximum value here was V max, which is similar to what? V supply, right? When this diode was ideal. However, if you look carefully in this example, you will find that now during conduction mode, the diode exists, it has a certain resistance, right? So the voltage across the load is not just V max, it is V max minus voltage drop due to the resistance. Okay, due to what? Due to the resistance of the diode, or the voltage drop of the diode. If you apply KVL here, so V max minus the voltage drop applied by the resistance. So how can we translate this? It is very simple. You just take V max over pi and subtract the voltage drop provided by the diode, which is simply, it will be I average multiplied by the resistance of the diode. If you apply this, you will get the same value here. Okay, so you can do this getting average value of the resistance across the resistance, but subtract from it the voltage drop on the diode. Okay, I average RT. Or simply you can just apply this relation, DC output voltage will be current average multiplied by the resistance, which is much simpler than you think. Okay, in the end, if you just apply this V max over pi, it will be approximately 15.9, which is very close to this. That's why the voltage drop is usually neglected across diodes. Okay, number 4, efficiency of rectification. It will be DC divided by AC, like this, DC over AC, which is 40%, which we talked about before. So this is the second example on the half-wave rectifier. I hope it is clear for you and you now understand how does this circuit work.